We are the Jazz Cats. Give these young whippersnappers a round of applause. This is our last song of the evening. Bring you back to the islands, man. The islands, area of St. Thomas.
ahead and check your tables for the little flyer that looks like this that has Kamathi on there. If you hover your phone over the QR code, it brings you straight to the GoFundMe. So far today, we have made $150 just in the GoFundMe, and that's not the cash yet. So we have a total count coming up.
And I collected in cash $516.
Cash is king!
$665 to raise. So you can continue to give if you want to. You can continue to go on the GoFundMe. If you didn't have money today, you can always give in the future. And that's going to really help him because he needs to pay for books and keeping up with this instrument it's not cheap, you know. And so let's give it up one more time for Kamathi making it into not only doing the Southern University, but he also is in the marching band.
Go Bulls!
Go Bulls! That's a big deal. He is in the marching band. So if you want to see Kamathi, you can see him at the Italian American Club on the 10th. And if you go and get tickets, you can also see him for the last time before he leaves us for a while. On the 28th, the tickets are going to be for the Space Pioneers event that we're having for their banquet. And we're going to have Winston Scott, the astronaut, as our keynote speaker at that event. So it'll be a banquet with food and all that. So we're going to have Joel take us out. Thank you guys for all of your giving. We appreciate you. Give it up for El Mojitos, the bartenders.
We love you, Jeff!
I don't know if you guys noticed, but this was a really cool room, and they had 2 guys running this room. So Tip, well, they did everything they could, and with a smile on their faces.
Thank you, everybody. Get home safe. We love you. Thank you for coming out. We'll be here next Sunday. We're going to have a couple more events this summer. Thank you. Get home safe.